Hey everyone, it's Victor from Client Import Solutions, and today we're back with day number 5 of the 10-day Small Business Acceleration, where we're going to talk about how to survive and thrive by using social media the right way. So what is social media? Well, if you haven't lived under a rock for the last 20 years, you are probably familiar with one of or many of the social media platforms out there. Things like Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube, Instagram, and the new kid on the block, TikTok. So why is it important for a small business to have a social media presence? Well, social media is important for the main reason that it allows your business to survive and exist online. And a business that isn't online isn't a business at all, or it won't be very long. Now that you know how to survive, how do you thrive? In other words, how do you use social media the right way? So you might think that all you have to do is make a post on social media to get the word out, and you just wait for new customers to line up, but there's actually a lot more to it. Every single one of your posts should be part of a larger social media strategy. For example, let's say that there's this new restaurant called Pete's Paleo Pizza, all right, and he sells gluten-free, dairy-free pizza. Well, Pete, the owner, decides to market his new shop online, and he starts posting social media to gain new followers. But, you know, how should he go about this? Well, social media is all about, well, being social. And a great way to go about this for him would be to aim for community engagement by using strategic hashtags relating to the local community, sharing pictures of, let's say, the customers eating his Pete's Pizza, and, you know, to get, you know, a free coupon at their next, you know, shopping with him. This method will get people talking about the new pizza shop and grow brand loyalty and thus a bigger following. And that's the power of social media. Now, there's 4 things you need to pay attention to while doing social media, and they are voice, content, timing, and conversation, okay? Voice is basically getting to know your audience and your prospective customer avatar and speaking in their language and using their terminology so that they can feel more connected to you, okay? Things like where do they live? What do they like to do? What places do they like to go? Or what other social media sites do they like to follow, okay? And if you know your audience, you can find your voice. And if you can find your voice, you can reach your audience. And number 2 is content. And content is the actual creative or, you know, pictures or short videos that you use to capture and grab your audience's attention, okay? It should have consistent yet personal style so that it can they can know that it comes from you and it welcomes them to engage with you and your brand, and they feel good about doing it, okay? Now, I suggest that you don't just use social media to sell your product or service, but rather to tell your story, okay? Connect with your audience, portray a feeling inside them, give them a good experience, okay? Take them behind the scenes, share news or events, post valuable how-to infographics or short videos of helping them to solve their problems. Also, be sure to engage with them by acknowledging holidays, their birthdays, special occasions, and so on, all of which will build customer loyalty. Now, when it comes to timing, there's actually a fine line between engaging with your audience and overloading them. I suggest that you post 1 or 2 times a day on each platform, and that should do the trick. Also, do it at the hours when your audience is most active. And for example, this might be, let's say for Pete, the pizza guy, it might be like, you know, in the morning or during lunch when his prospective customers are just eating kale at their desks. And finally, number 4, remember that the conversation isn't all about you. Get to know your audience, engage with them, okay? Ask questions, start discussions, and for goodness sake, respond to their comments, okay? It will go so much further, showing that you actually care what they have to say. And I can't tell you how many small businesses I will, you know, engage with them on social media and I'll see that they never respond to comments. That's completely disrespectful, and it shows your customers that you don't really care what they have to say, so you should definitely respond and answer their questions on the spot. Then at the end of every social media post, give a CTA or a call to action in order to tell your audience to do something, like send in the photos of them using your product or service in order for them to be entered into a huge sweepstakes to get a discount on a sale that you might be running at the end of the month. A good way to sell on social media is to provide a ton of value upfront, first by either educating your audience with helpful tips or giving them a lot of entertainment to kind of, you know, break up their day. And then you can kind of pitch your product or service by suggesting it and say how it could help them solve their problems. This strategy will work so much more powerfully and you getting new customers than trying to simply just post a picture of your product or service and say, buy this. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now with these videos. I'm providing as much value as I can to help you with your business in hopes that you will get to know, like, and trust me more. And then when I suggest my software as a powerful tool to take your business to the next level, you might be willing to, give it a try. All right, so now that you've learned what goes into a social media presence, you can start by defining your voice, by learning who your ideal customer is, and customize your posts around their interests to gain much better traction starting today. Okay guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you found the video helpful. And if you have any questions about how you can use your social media strategy to better, promote your business online, feel free to reach out to me. And if you want to see how my software can further help your business and social media posts, also be sure to reach out. And until next time, this is Victor from Client Import Solutions, signing out. Peace.